friends, in this video I am going to share with you my home decor, my everyday home decor. This is how I decorate my house when it's not fall or Christmas or Easter or any kind of special occasion or season. As you know, I decorate heavily for fall and heavily for Christmas. I decorate fairly heavily for spring and not so much for summer. So the decor that you're going to see today is going to be like, most of it's going to stay this way, and I'm going to just change some things out and add some things for spring and Easter, and then, you know, for the summertime. So let me turn this camera around and let me show you how I decorated my home, how I decorate my home for every day. We will start our home tour as always out in the entryway in my yellow hutch. I have loved this yellow hutch. We got it not last summer, the summer before, off of Craigslist, and I just loved it. I've loved decorating it. I've loved being able to store things in it. But anyway, here on the top shelf, I did rearrange some things. I have this garland of lamb's ear that I got off of Amazon. I have really been enjoying decorating with lamb's ear this year, and I did purchase a few things from Amazon and then also from Walmart that are lamb's ear. And this is such a good quality garland. It just looks very realistic to me. And of course I did put some Christmas lights in amongst it. I like to have this entryway lit up at night when we come home. If we come home after dark, then the entryway is nice and lit up, and so the Christmas lights really work well for that. On this top shelf I have my Pioneer Woman batter bowl. I don't use it that much, I just mainly use it to display, but you can use it, and I have used it before, but I guess I'm afraid it might get broken if it gets used too much. And then I have just some old vintage things that I've picked up at thrift stores, some milk glass. Back in the back there you can see my milk glass plate. These actually used to be my grandmother's. She had a very extensive Avon bottle collection. My grandmother collected lots of things, and she collected Avon things, and these were Avon, but I really like the way that the colors go with it really goes well up there, so that's why I put them there. Down here on the bottom shelf I just have these greenery I've had for years, some more of my milk glass, and then my little scene that I always like to make with my little mice. That stove, that was also my grandmother's, and I think it used to be used to hold instant coffee because the whole top comes off and it says instant coffee on the front. I don't know, but I think it's really neat, and it's perfect for my little mouse family. There's wood burning stove, and they're sitting in front of it working on their needlework, and they've got friends over that are reading books and just sitting in front of the cozy fire. And then this basket, the birds perched on it, but inside the basket are pine cones that they use as fuel for their stove. So that's just a little cozy winter scene for my mouse family. So let's go ahead and move on to the dining room. In my dining room by the patio door I have this shelf on the wall. It's below my "Give Us This Day Our Daily Bread" sign. That sign stays there all the time. I got that from Hobby Lobby. And then on this little shelf, this is what I always have on here throughout the whole year except for fall and Christmas. So this is my everyday decor for this shelf. It does not really change for the other two seasons at all. On top of my microwave cart, these bottles were also my grandmother's. This is just a depression glass plate that I got at a thrift store, and this doily I also got at a thrift store. This is that 9-place card drawer, organizing drawer that I recently picked up in my latest thrift haul, and this is how I have it designed. Now this will change, not a lot, but this will change as the seasons come and go, because I will use, like I'll pull this little guy out and maybe use it in other areas of my home in the fall. This is very much spring and summer. I may leave them here, I may move them somewhere else. I will change things up in this little thing. I will probably change out the foliage for the seasons, but this may stay this way through the spring at least. I don't know, we'll just see. We'll see how it goes, but this is very versatile and I've really enjoyed putting this together. This is how I have my table set at the moment. I do use cloth tablecloths, so I do change the tablecloth out very frequently, at least once a week. I do change the placemats out too, unless I do have a lot of like vinyl placemats that you can just wipe, but these happen to be cloth, so if they get dirty they'll need to be washed. These are my Pioneer Woman tablecloth, Pioneer Woman placemats. I really love this red and white polka dot side. The other side is very floral, which I do use sometimes depending on the tablecloth, but I just don't think this floral matches this tablecloth very well, so it's nice to have a reversible placemat. In the center here, I just have my tray that I like to use. I got this at Target years ago on deep clearance. And then inside are just a collection of things that are either new to me or I've had for a really long time. Now this plate, this blue plate with the sheep, and then this little girl, I picked those up at a thrift store recently. I did not haul those, but I did pick those up very recently at a thrift store. This little bottle was also my grandmother's. So I've got that here, and then everything else in the tray I've had for a really long time. That candle is in a milk glass candle holder, and I just really like the way that looks. We actually do sit at our table every night for dinner, so I like my centerpieces to be easily movable. We move it off, and then we sit at the table and eat, and then after we're done eating, we put it back. I still have some Christmas candy left. And this is in an olive wood bowl. I actually purchased this bowl from my work. We sell those at work. So if you're in the area and you're interested in olive wood, come into the store and see what we have. Here on this wall behind our table, that picture always stays the same, and the sconces on either side stay the same, but I do change out the florals every season, and this is the florals I've chosen for at least the winter. Like I said, I'm really into the lamb's ear, so I picked up these lamb's ear I actually got off of Amazon, and then the other flowers I've already had. I just had them in my stash. And then up here on this shelf, I used to have some like figurines up there, but I've taken those down and I have made this shelf exclusively for my pitcher and sugar and creamer set collection that I have. And then I just put some Pioneer Woman plates, and in the middle is a pink depression glass plate. The last area in my dining room that I decorate is this little shelving unit that I have in the corner. I have all my jars of things on, and this is where I have my memorial to my fur babies, Lucy and Pepper. They both passed away in 2019. 2019 was a really horrible year for us. We lost 2 of our babies, and so I set up this little memorial for them. And if If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I had a Christmas tree in this corner for Christmas, but after the season I put this little display here. These are just some fake books. They're not really real books. And right now I have it sitting on this wooden bowl, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get some more excuse me, more real books to set there, because I really like the height of this, but I don't really like the way that bowl looks. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. On top of the books, I have this milk glass bowl that I got thrifting, and then this boxwood ball. I think, if I remember right, I got that from eBay. Then I've got my little squirrels here because Lucy and Pepper loved barking at squirrels, especially Pepper. And for those of you who are new to my channel, this is Pepper, this is Lucy. Pepper died in August of 2019. She had a very, very aggressive form of cancer, and she was only 9 years old, and she was my best friend. I mean, she was with me everywhere I went, and I'm really missing her. For the last couple of weeks, I've just been really missing her, so it's been really hard. This is my sweetheart Lucy. We had her for 16 years, and she died of complications of old age, kidney failure to be specific. She died from kidney failure, and she died in November of 2019. So within 3 months, I lost 2 of my babies. We still have one little miniature dachshund. Her name is Sally, and she's sleeping right now, and she's doing great. So I'm so thankful we still have her. But anyway, I have this tea light holder here. I got this thrifting, and currently I have a real, like a fire burning tea light in there. I do have some battery operated ones, and I've looked and looked and I cannot find them. I just saw them a couple of days ago, but I can't remember where I put them. I put them away. Put them so away, I can't remember where I put them. But anyway, once I find them, I will have a battery operated tea light in this. And then in this little vase, I have some more of those fake lamb's ear. I got those from Amazon. And then this greenery and this greenery I got from Joann Fabrics. These 2 urns, this has Pepper's ashes in it, and those are Lucy's ashes. And of course that's Pepper's paw print and Lucy's paw print. So now let's move on to the kitchen. My kitchen is the hardest room in the house to film for these home decor tours, because the main focus of my decor in here is this windowsill, and many times it's so bright outside that it doesn't film very well. But today is kind of partly cloudy day, a little bit overcast. So I think it's coming through okay. Up here on this little corner shelf, I keep my milk glass vases. Those red berries are there all the time, but as I am continuing the theme of lamb's ear, I added some more lamb's ear in there. I believe I got these particular lamb's ears from Walmart. I found some at Walmart that were actually cheaper than what I got off of Amazon. So I kind of stocked up on those because I really like them, and it's kind of going to be my theme for the year. I probably will keep lamb's ear in my decor throughout the different seasons. I put this stoneware, I think it's called, little pitcher that I had gotten thrifting, and or is it ironware? Ironware? I think it's called ironstone or something, but that's the mark at the bottom. Anyhow, I put that up there because I really love little white pitchers, and I just put some of this fake baby's breath in there that I got from Walmart. Here on my windowsill, I really like the way my windowsill turned out this season. Pretty much everything on here I got thrifting, except for this vase. This was my mother-in-law's. And then these cotton stems I got at Walmart. All of the faux greenery I got, I didn't get thrifting. I bought firsthand. These I got at Dollar Tree I believe, Walmart, and Joann Fabrics. Everything else I did get thrifting. And I really like the way these turned out. This turned out. I just think it looks winterish, but also like a touch of spring, and it just makes me smile whenever I look at it. Like I said, my windowsill is the main decor area in my kitchen, but this is the way my island looks. Not really decorated much. I do have this here, which this stays here pretty much all year. I did take it down at Christmas time and put a little tree there, but yeah, the stuff that's on it, I don't change out too much. So that's probably going to be that way until fall. And here you can see my milk glass lamp. I told you in one of my other videos that I had got this lamp base at the Salvation Army, and then I found the lamp shade at a garage sale last year, and then we had to buy off of a lamp supply place this ring that the shade sits in. And originally Scott thought he was going to have to replace the pole. Like there's a metal rod that goes all the way through, because he didn't think there was going to be enough room for this, but he did not have to replace that pole. He said there was just enough room for this lamp shade holder, which kind of makes sense because I think that this lamp originally had a shade like this, probably got broken or something. So anyway, I now have a completed lamp, milk glass lamp with the shade and everything, and I really like it. I think it looks so pretty there, and it really does add a lot of light to my work surface. This is where I do the majority of my cooking, right here on this work surface. So it's really nice to have that lamp. All right, let me turn the camera around and show you my living room. And we'll start with the grandfather clock. Up above, I still have Hector. And this owl doesn't have a name yet. I need to think of one. I'm not sure. But he is actually a Christmas tree topper that I have used on my tree downstairs. Last year I used him. I think I'm probably going to use him next year. But he's just so cute, and he looks so cute up there that I think I'm just going to leave him up there all the time as Hector's friend. I'll have to think of a name for him. And then I've still got the little evergreens up there as a touch of winter. Those will come down in a couple months when spring is here. And then this is the mouse that's always on the top of the clock. That was my mother-in-law's, and she put it there in honor of the little child's poem, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. And so when we inherited this clock, I said, oh, I need to take the mouse too, because I thought that was such a cute idea. Over here we have these little mice that I got at a thrift store. I just think they are so adorable, and they have the little bit of winter still with the pine cones, but a touch of spring. And all of these areas in my home I will make more springy when it actually is spring. Up here on this shelf, I just recently purchased these two glass jugs at a thrift store. And so I have them actually stuck on this shelf with some sticky tack, some of that rubber sticky tack stuff, because our bedroom door getting closed and open and closed and opened, it rattles this wall, and sometimes the things that are on here fall off. So I did not want these to fall off and get broken, so they're actually adhered to the shelf with sticky tack. And these are just the corks that were in it. I just pulled them out and put some faux greenery in there. Over here in this corner, you did see me put this together in one of my day in a lives, and at that point I had that little blue plate there and I didn't really like it, so I just removed that, and we just have the little head. I think it's a squirrel. He looks kind of like a cross between a squirrel and a groundhog, but groundhogs don't have fluffy tails, so that's got to be a squirrel. But he's sitting there and with all of his friends. And then these little snowy owls I have collected over the last few years, and usually I would only get them out at Christmas time, but I just really like them, so I think I'm going to keep them out all year. Over here on our coffee table, it's not a coffee table, our end table, this is where I put that blue and white candlestick that so many of you guys said you liked. I always have a candlestick there. In the fall, in the winter, I have a brass candlestick, but I wanted something more spring and summery, or even kind of wintry as well, for the rest of the year. So that's why I picked up that candlestick at a thrift store. These two little salt and pepper shakers were my grandmother's. The chicken I got at a thrift store. The Coca-Cola crate I got garage sailing. Over here, these pillows are a new addition. I got the pillow covers off of Amazon. They were really inexpensive. And then I bought the pillow forms at Walmart. I could have gotten them off of Amazon, but they were just a couple of dollars cheaper at Walmart. So I got them there. This is my Afghan that I made. It's kind of in honor of the Pioneer Woman because of the Pioneer Woman colors. And it carries through into the pillows, and I love birds, so I just really like the way that looks, and I'm sure that will stay that way all spring and summer as well. Here on my gas fireplace or gas stove, I always decorate the top of it as if it's a mantle. It's not really a mantle, but I just have a lot of my blue and white. I've been very inspired by Arlene from Arlene's Country Craft Corner. If you haven't checked out her channel, check her out. She has completely redone her whole house in blue and white, and she uses a lot of this blue and white dishes and things like that in her decor. And I've always liked blue and white dishes, but since watching her channel, I've really been inspired to add more of it into my home. So here on the fireplace, I have just a variety of things. I've got this little milk glass vase with some faux greenery in it. I've got these two little willow tree angels, and each one is holding a dog. And if you haven't already guessed, that is honoring Lucy and Pepper. This little glass decanter was my grandmother's. These little blueberry salt and pepper shaker, and this is a thing where you can put your tea bag when you're done using it. Got these at work, at my store where I work. I just wrote this Bible verse on my chalkboard. Oh, sing to the Lord a new song, sing to the Lord all the earth. Psalm 96:1. I just really like that verse. These candlesticks I got at Hobby Lobby, the candles from Dollar Tree, and then this blue and white plate I showed and shared in a thrift haul last week. Some more milk glass and another boxwood ball. And that completes the top of my fireplace. The other area in my living room that I do a lot of decorating, it's kind of almost the focal point in the room, is this wall here. I have these two shelves on either side, just with some milk glass vases. Some, they're like Boyd's Bears, but they're not. They're a cheaper version of a Boyd's Bear. And then obviously some more faux greenery. I got some faux raspberries up here to bring the red up. My color scheme in this room is red, yellow, and turquoise or blue. So I wanted to bring the red up. And there you can see it's not an actual Boyd's Bear, but kind of looks like one. And then I've got it mirrored over here on this side with another bear, and the same type of arrangement in the milk glass vase. And then down here on this cabinet, this is my canning cabinet where I keep all my canning supplies. I really went all out with the blue and white. I made this 3-tiered tray 2 years ago. I think I have a video on that. These were just dishes that I had, and the cup was chipped, and one of the plates, I had a set of 4, and one of the plates was broken. I had to throw it away, so I had an incomplete set, but I really like these dishes. So instead of just throwing them in a cabinet and never looking at them or using them in any way, I decided to go ahead and just make a 3-tiered tray out of this cup that's chipped and some of the other pieces. So then at least that way I can enjoy this set of dishes. This is the matching platter, so I just have that on a picture holder. This teapot, that little tea cozy thing, and then this little thing, I got those at work, at my work, just recently. These are not Willow Tree figures. They're like an off-brand, but they kind of look like Willow Tree, and Scott got those for me for Christmas several years ago. A mama with 2 children. The only thing that's wrong about this is that the little baby is a boy and the little older child is a girl, and in my case it was swapped. My son's older than my daughter, but 2 children, a boy and a girl, and a mama, close enough. And then this one he also got for me, of a man and a wife. And then throughout here I just have another milk glass vase, more florals. I got these at Walmart. The table runner I got at Dollar General. This little boxwood thing I got at And That, as well as that one. I really like the way that turned out. I love the red, white, and blue. It could stay even for the 4th of July if I decided to keep it, but I'll probably change it up here and there, but I may keep the blue and white all the way through till fall. All right, let's head downstairs and I'll show you what I did in the family room. My decor down in my family room and in my basement is completely different than my decor upstairs. I love 2 different styles. I love the country, muted tones, greens, earth tones, and I also love the bright colors, as in Pioneer Woman. So I couldn't decide which way I wanted to decorate my house, and so Scott said, well, why don't you decorate upstairs one way and downstairs the other? And I said, that is a perfect plan. I went with the Pioneer Woman brighter colors upstairs because of the kitchen and dining room. We had painted that bright yellow, and of course, you know, Pioneer Woman belongs in the kitchen. And so down here in my family room, mainly in my family room, and also my vintage room. I'm not really going to show you my vintage room today because this video is getting long enough as it is. In this corner here, I have, this is like a cozy corner, and I just have all things country, all things muted, and the more country tones of blues and greens and browns. And just about everything on this little hope chest I got thrifting over the years. I'm not going to go through each and every one, although I will point out this little bear I picked up at a fair, or like a craft fair, when Olivia was just a baby, and so I got that for her, and of course she's letting me use it now because she doesn't have room for it in her bedroom. And then we have this quilt on the wall that I made, and this chair with the sunflower pillow in it. The sunflower country type theme is carried over here onto this blanket chest that I have. I got this at a garage sale years ago. That's stuff I still need to put away, ignore that. But I loved it. I didn't do a thing to it. I just brought it home, wiped it down, and started using it because I absolutely love it with the sunflowers. And then I've got the sunflower picture. I got it thrifting, and up above sunflower. That Olivia painted that. And then that plate set I've had for a long time. Here on my coffee table, I have this centerpiece that I put together just with that plate that I have. I've had that plate for years. A friend of the family gave it to me. That little glass flower was my grandmother's. And then those florals, I just put it in a round vase. And it's just some more of the lamb's ear. I carried that down here. And then just, I have a whole tub full of silk flowers and fake flowers, and so I just went through my tub of flowers and picked out ones that I thought looked nice, and the colors go really well with that plate and really well with this little sphere here, and I just really like the look of that on that wicker tray. Flanking it on either side are pictures of Lucy and Pepper. On my couch, I have that quilt I made years ago. These two pillows on either side that look like chunks of wood I got at Hobby Lobby, and then the pillow in the middle I picked up at Salvation Army. On either side of the couch, on these pillars, I have this shelves. I got these shelves from Amazon. Sorry, the lighting is just not great down here. And I have basically the same thing on either side. I got that at a garage sale. I carried through the cotton stems theme again. Some more of the blue and white dishes. And then over here on this wall is kind of basically the same, but it's like a mirror image. So there you have it, friends. That is how I decorate my house on an everyday basis. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed sharing my home with you. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.